Welcome to Sacred Strategy, the business and energy podcast where bold strategies meet the magic of energy and intuition. I'm Sora Schilling, sacred spaceholder, business alchemist, and creator of the Devoted Archetypes, Sovereign Selling, and the Devoted Energy Coaching Model. For over a decade, I've guided thousands of coaches and spaceholders to build thriving, soul-aligned businesses that create impact and life-changing money. Let's cut through the noise of traditional strategies and uncover your unique medicine. Use the Devoted Archetypes to become a transformational spaceholder and learn to sovereignly sell with integrity. This podcast is your invitation to step into your magic and create a blissfully abundant business and life filled with curiosity, awe, and wonder. Let's dive in. Blessings today. Oh my goodness. I'm very excited about today's podcast because it's all about how to stay inspired and show up fully in your launches. And I, my friend, am currently in the middle of my own launch. So yesterday I had a wonderful training. It was called the Spiritual Business Upgrade. It was so fun. I very much enjoyed creating the content. And I believe the joy that I was exuding could be felt by everyone because the chat was lighting up. There was emojis going. It was resonating. It was spectacular. Anyway, that was the kickoff of the doors opening to Lush Business Mastermind. And now applications are coming in, and I'm so excited for this next round of divine coaches, healers, and space holders who will be entering into this 6-month mastermind. So let's go ahead and talk about whether you might currently be in a launch and how do you show up fully for the number of days that your cart is open or your applications are open or your bonuses are ready for a certain number of days or hours. And so based on that, we know that we have to stay inspired, grounded, be filled with energy, and allow ourselves to be in a place of sovereign selling. Now, most coaches and healers step into a launch thinking that one post, one email, or one sales page will be enough. So they pour their heart into that one share and they pour their heart into the sales page and all of the things that gets them to the point of opening up the invitation and getting ready for that client to say yes and purchase. And so when it doesn't bring in a client within minutes of them sharing, quite often folks start feeling unmotivated, defeated, or even question whether their offer is what's worth sharing or not. And I wonder if you felt this. You spent so much time creating the offer, thinking about the offer, wondering what was going to be included in it. You also started to envision all of the potential dreamy clients that were going to say yes. You started to dream about your bank account being filled, and you were in a place of excitement and joy. So you craft an email or two, you get your socials ready, you focus so much on that and the expectation of what that means, and you put it out and it's crickets. And so what happens? You all of a sudden feel defeated. You want to run away from the offer. You want to be inspired to create something new, tend to a place of joy instead of being in the place of discomfort. You know not to do this, right? Yet your mind and body might have a hard time catching up with that and doesn't realize that placing so much expectation on one single moment actually disrupts your energy system and your nervous system. Launching isn't a one-time event. It's a journey. It's full of thresholds to cross, fears to meet, and new muscles to stretch. Even with all the strategies you put in place, the question becomes, how do you remember it's really about presence, energetics, and identity? That's what we're exploring today. I've got you, sacred strategist, so don't worry. Today, we're going to be diving into the world of energy. I'm here to share a simple but powerful framework I called SAAVII, SAAVII, a way to stay inspired, joyously sell, and fully show up consistently throughout your launch And you better believe that I am dropping into SAAVII every single day as I continue on this next phase, which is yesterday I announced it. And now today, and for the next number of days, probably until the end of the month, I am showing up, reaching out, and going through my sovereign sales process so that I'm calling in the most divine, aligned, delicious luminaries into Lush Business Mastermind. Okay, so let me introduce SAAVII. SAAVII is an acronym I created to remind myself, really, today and every day during this launch process, and also to my clients, that we can be savvy when it comes to saying yes to do the hard things. It's about meeting discomfort with awareness and leaning into courage with curiosity. So here's what it stands for. S equals speak aloud your discomfort and your fear. A is ask your guide for support. The other A is ask for what you actually need. V, voice up your desire. I, invite curiosity, humor, and play. I, illuminate and celebrate. Celebrate yourself a lot every single day. Now, let's bring this into the context of launching your next offer. Speak aloud your discomfort and your fears. When you're launching, say out loud what feels scary. So things like, I'm afraid no one will sign up. I feel anxious about showing up on video. I'm feeling so tired today. I don't want to do the reach outs. What if this doesn't work, right? Naming your discomfort loosens its grip. Silence, on the other hand, or allowing yourself to be seated in the space of discomfort in your mind and not actually allowing it to move through your body up and out of yourself means that it is taking over. It has authority over what is going on. And we don't want that. We want you in your sovereignty to have reverence of yourself and not let this fear totally demolish all the work that you've done and help you continue to move forward in a space of resilience. All right, the next is A, ask your guide for support. Now, your guide can be your mentor, your peers, your best friend, your coach, or even your higher self, as well as the soul of your business. Ask for reminders, encouragement, and stories that let you know you're not walking this alone. Sometimes the difference between quitting and continuing is simply hearing from someone, you're doing great, keep going. So for me, every day I reach out to another loved one, asking them to send me words of encouragement. So, for example, yesterday I texted my husband and I said, I'm going live soon. Can you tell me that I am going to rock it? I'm going to be amazing. And he did. Other days, I'll be reaching out to several of my best friends, to my peers, to my own business coach in the mastermind I'm in. And there'll be these moments where I will constantly ask for other people to just remind me, tap me on the shoulder, or send me a little audio that encourages me to keep going. All right, the next step A, ask for what you need. Launching is energy intensive, and me as a projector needs to store some of that energy for the long term and the long run of a launch. Maybe you need help with childcare. Maybe you need more rest or a VA to handle some tech. Ask for what you need and be very specific. When you give yourself permission to receive support, you protect your energy and make space for inspiration. All right. So for me, asking for what I need are things like going on Slack and asking my coach for a particular consideration based on a question I have, or asking my husband for the next 48 hours, can you make sure that the house looks tidy and the dishes are put away? Because I kind of need an environment that feels really clean in order for me to stay present with what I'm doing. Or I'm going to make sure that Delphi goes to doggy daycare so that I am not having any energy leaks and overextending myself in the care that I give my puppy, right? Okay, the next is V, voice up your desire. Say what you desire in your launch clearly. So, for example, you might say, I desire 7 women in my group program, or I'm calling in amazing clients who are ready for this exact deep transformation. And they are already a soulful, full bodied yes, and they are ready to pay in the next 24 hours. Declaring your desire anchors it into your body. Clients feel the difference when you speak from clarity and conviction. So step into a space of inner knowing, the kind that allows you to release the grip of want and instead flow with trust, faith, playfulness, openness, and curiosity. So for me, I've definitely placed in a good, better, best goal in every single phase of this launch process. At the same time, I have a bigger desire and goal of what I see happening inside of Lush and the feeling of the women that are going to be part of this incredible community. So, with that being said, I have voiced up my desire of how many, and now I've let that go. And today and every day, my intent is to make deep connections with every single person who has signed up for the freebie and for the webinar. And I get to build relationships. I get to listen to them and what it is that they desire in their business. And to me, that is the most delightful, energetic space I can be in so that at the end of the launch, I can say, not only did I show up fully, that I did great work on how I held space, but I have now gotten in touch and made connections with the most amazing new people in my community, and then also celebrate however many people enter into Lush Business Mastermind. Okay, there's 2 more. The next stage is the I of the 2 I's. I, invite curiosity and humor. Instead of spiraling into fear, let yourself play. Try something new. Post that silly reel. Laugh at the behind the scenes mess that's occurring, right? Watch a show that inspires you and makes you laugh. Listen to a song that pumps you up. Intuitively find a podcast episode to listen to that all of a sudden gives you that one gem of a tip that changes everything for you that day, or gives you an added extra oomph to a strategy that you're going to implement in the next 24 hours. Lightness keeps your energy magnetic and reminds your community that you're human too. And it also opens you up when you're playing, releasing the fear and curiosity. It gives you a space of magic, synchronicity, and there's so much beautiful things that occur in that space. All right, the last I is illuminate and celebrate. Don't wait until the end of your launch to celebrate. Celebrate every yes, every DM, every step that you have taken, every little action that you've done, every moment where you have shifted your mindset from a place of stagnation and fear into growth. Illuminate your offer again and again, every single day. Shine a light on why this work matters and why you're passionate about it. People need repeated invitations before they say yes. And your joy is what's irresistible, what is going to be magnetic, what is going to help them say yes and draw them into your offer. All right, so that is savvy. So let's take a moment to move beyond words and drop into presence. If you can, close your eyes and soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in and let it go. I invite you to go ahead and notice in your body if there is one fear rising up to the surface as you are in the middle of your launch or inviting folks into one of your sacred offers. Allow yourself to begin to speak aloud that discomfort or fear and let it be heard. Now imagine your mentor, your higher self, your spirit team beside you. And for a moment, what if I was your coach? Allow me to be in that space with you. And go ahead and ask your incredible team to share a story or reminder that you are not alone. I, as your coach for just this moment, will share with you. I am here to remind you that you are pure magic. You are being deeply seen right now and celebrated by me. I have so much faith in you during this launch time. It is time to open the energetic doors and allow the abundance of aligned clients to enter into your space. Now, voice up what you need in life right now as you soak on the goodness of being seen. What would make you breathe easier? Give yourself a little lightness to your step. Picture yourself receiving exactly what would make this feel lighter, this launch process, this day. Maybe it's time, support, clarity, and sense it coming and arriving into your space. Now, I invite you to go ahead and speak aloud your deepest desire for this launch. You can start with, this is what I want for my launch. This is what I am calling in. This is how I desire to feel. Feel your body vibrate with that truth. This isn't about pie in the sky desires. This is about what you want to learn, how you are going to show up every day. What is the interaction you desire to have with your clients and your community? Now, go ahead and let that inner smile shine brightly. Invite the energy of curiosity, humor, and play. And invite there to be a knowing around a process that you can do today to help you feel lighter and more playful. You are the embodiment of curiosity, humor, and delight. Now, lastly, see your offer glowing like a beacon, illuminating the path for your clients. It's epically rich and delicious and vibrant and transformative, impactful, soulful. Feel the joy of celebrating every single new client that enters in before they even arrive. Now take a final deep breath in and let it go. As you release and slowly begin to open your eyes, let these words wash over you, remembering that you are pure magic. You are a badass CEO making huge strides in your business. Your medicine is potent. Your actions are intentional and strategic. You always listen to your intuition so that the beauty of your offer illuminates the path for your client's evolution. You are incredible. Go ahead and let that land in your body. Let it anchor into your identity. And remember, launching is not a single moment. It's a journey where your presence matters as much as your strategy. Use SAAVII to keep yourself inspired and resourced, to play with the process, and to celebrate your medicine every step of the way. If you feel like something unlocked during today's practice, that's the exact work we deepen into inside of Lush Business Mastermind. It's where we weave in sacred strategies alongside the energetics. Because we are spiritual beings, we are coaches and healers in this gorgeous world filled with magic. I'm so excited to let you know that the doors are now open. This is where we weave sacred strategy with soulful systems, where you'll learn to scale your business without sacrificing your mystical magic. And I am eagerly waiting for your application to come through into my inbox. So don't wait. Okay. Together, we'll build the business and legacy you're here to lead. All right, head on over to soarshilling.com/lush, and I cannot wait to read your application. Blessings until next time. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.